English 241 Instructional Speech. Good afternoon, my name is Bowen and I am here to show you how to create an emergency kit for your vehicle. Now, I created this kit based on some of my personal experiences. I hope you learn how to create one for yourself. So let's get started. Now, the first vehicle I had, the first problem that I had was a flat tire. So the first thing you need to know is how to change a tire in your vehicle, how to get the jack out, how to use the jack so you don't damage your vehicle. All of that information can be found in your user's manual. Make sure that you read the user's manual that came with your vehicle and that you have the information you need to be prepared. I always keep mine in my glove box so I can get to it at all times. Now, if you do have to change your tire, make sure, again, that you know where all the tools are and how to use them correctly. I also keep a tire iron, as you can see here in my vehicle. This actually does not fit in my bag because I'm a small person and it is really difficult for me to get the bolts off if they've been put on with an air wrench. So I always keep this in my car to give me a little extra leverage. Now, you may not have a spare tire in your vehicle. You may have an inflation kit. What an inflation kit is going to consist of is a can of sealant and an air compressor. Now, you can add this to your car if it's what you prefer to use. I'm actually not a big fan, but I do keep a can of it for emergencies. This is Fix-A-Flat. It is one of the many brands that are available on the market. They all work about the same way. You're going to connect it, spray it into the tire, move the tire, and add additional air if it doesn't inflate up to the proper PSI. This is my air compressor. As you can see, it actually has a dial on it so you can see what the pressure is on the tire. That's important. Make sure you know what the pressure is supposed to be on your tires and that you're inflating them properly. Also, you'll need a good set of jumper cables. Now, when I say good set, I don't just mean a set. Spend the money to get the good cables. The reason for this is if you buy the inexpensive cables, these tips are going to be in and you're only going to be able to use them once or twice. Now, that may get you out of a jam, but you may end up buying several sets. So invest the money and buy a really good set. Also, read the directions on how to use the jumper cables. A lot of people forget that you need to have it grounded out on one side. You can do some real damage to the electrical system in your vehicle. Read the instructions and use them correctly. Now, while we're on the topic of electricity, I always make sure that I keep a roll of electrical tape in my vehicle. It only takes one short to make a vehicle stop completely in the middle of the road. So keep some electrical tape. That may be a problem that you can solve quickly on your own. I keep a few rags in my vehicle for cleaning up after I do a repair. I keep an adjustable wrench so that I can tighten or loosen any bolts that I need to. I keep a screwdriver that has a flathead and a Phillips. This particular one has some extra bits, but I always make sure to have a Phillips and a flathead bit in my car. I keep a pair of needle nose pliers that has side cutters. I keep a separate tire gauge just in case. And I keep a flashlight with extra batteries. Now, the reason I keep these separate is that these batteries can corrode and then they're not going to be good when you need them. So keep them separate until you actually need them. The last thing I want to talk to you about is having your locking key for the lug bolts. If you have locking bolts on your vehicle and you do not have this key, if you have a service like OnStar, AAA, Roadside Assistance, they will not help you without this key. Now, I had the bolts removed from my car and regular bolts installed, but I still keep this key so that if I decide to use them, I have them when I need them. I hope you learned how to prepare a bag for your vehicle. I hope you feel inspired to go out and perform this task yourself. I want to thank you for listening and I hope you have a great day.